8-night trip from Cabo San Lucas. We cruised up the coast, Pacific coast of Baja, and doing some exploration diving along the way. And yeah, it was a great trip. Dolphins, orcas, sea lions, lots of fish, all kinds of cool stuff. Marlin. So it was great. And here we are, and it's a beautiful morning in Ensenada. A little overcast, but the sun's starting to come out. And yeah, we're just kind of here now, waiting for the Guadalupe white shark season to start, waiting for the park to open up. And when that happens, we're going to start running our Guadalupe trips. So, right now, I'm just going to wait for some questions from Rachel. So, Guadalupe, how does it look for going out to Guadalupe? I mean, it looks good. Things are trending the right way right now. Um, and I think that I think that it's looking good to probably start, um, in a week, maybe 2 weeks. It's really day by day right now. It's hard to say. It could be a week from now, or it could be more. But we're kind of optimistic right now that it's gonna be within you know a week or in that time period, or at least we'll have a better idea then. So I mean the boat's ready. We're we're just waiting. As soon as we get word, then we're gonna load up with grub and fuel and get on our way. So hopefully soon, because I want to get back out there. Guadalupe is way more fun than sitting at the dock. The Hotel Corral Marina is where we are right now. It's the first time we use this marina. First time we've been in here, and it's a beautiful spot. The hotel, I'm looking at the hotel right now over behind the laptop. And in front of that, I'm seeing just all the sailboats, small yachts in here. And then a nice, beautiful marina behind there, or sorry, hotel behind that. And it's a beautiful marina, very quiet, very calm, nice place to wake up, and it'll be a good place to stage from our Guadalupe trips this year for sure. Nice facility, so we're excited about running our trips from here this year. And yeah, we do have new cages for Guadalupe this year, and I haven't actually seen them yet. We're probably going to be loading them up in the next few days here in Ensenada. Um, so yeah, once I see them, I'll have more to tell you about our new cages. But they're bigger, I know that. They're bigger, more space in them, and more safety features built built specifically to comply with the regulations and actually go beyond what the regulations ask for, um, with extra escape hatches, exits, um, smaller spaces between the bars. So safe for us, safe for the sharks. So I'm just checking now. I have some questions here. On the last trip, we saw. On our last trip just now, we saw all kinds of cool stuff. The day before yesterday, we were diving at a seamount that's south of Isla San Martin, and is a beautiful dive site. Really, really beautiful. The top the visibility was a little green, but once you went past like 8 or 9 meters, it was really clear. There's like huge rock formations, swim throughs covered in like orange sponges, lot of nudibranchs, and huge black sea bass, like 5 or 6 feet long, just giant. Um, and a lot of other fish there too, but the sea bass were the most impressive. It was a really gorgeous dive site, and I don't know if you saw the Nautilus story that I had posted, or you guys posted for me, but I was at the surface waiting for the divers to come up, and I saw a little tiny baby dolphin, like, I don't know, this big, and he was all by himself, and just kind of popping up every few seconds, little tiny thing, and I don't know where his mom was, but it was super cute. Besides for that, we had some great dives with sea lion colony down at Isla Margarita, a huge sea lion colony, rookery there as well. So all the young ones came out to play with the divers, so that was really fun. We also found what we think is the remains of the wreck of the Independence. Um, and that was a really beautiful dive site, just like full of life. And that wreck has quite a history too. And I can't remember exactly when it sank, but it was a steam vessel, paddle wheeler, and we found like the huge boilers that came from it, and some other debris. And a lot of people died on that one. I think about 130 people died on that. And apparently the captain saw this wash rock, and thought it was whales, and hit it, and the vessel sank. Um, Hi, Glenda, if you're still watching. Glenda's my sister. It's cloudy here, yeah. It's mostly overcast, but behind you guys, you're looking this way, it's cloudy. That way it's sunny, so it's gonna get sunny. It's warming up. Ensenada's much cooler than Cabo San Lucas, and it's normal for it to be cloudy in the morning, but it's beautiful. I like this climate. A little more comfortable for me. Hello, Brian in Kansas. And yes, Nubia, we did see orcas. Hi, Nubia. We saw, I think it looked like there was four orcas. There was one big male with the group, and then there was a young, like, juvenile one as well. And we were kind of following them for close to an hour, I think. I don't remember, half an hour. We were following them and watching them, taking pictures. We put the inflatable in the water at one point to see if they would let us get close, but that never worked out. So, but we enjoyed them from the big boat. And at the same time, or shortly thereafter, after we kind of left that area, 2 miles later, we just came across this giant pod of dolphins, common Pacific dolphins, I think, and that was incredible. Like, there had to be a couple thousand, and they were just everywhere, stretched out, just jumping everywhere with the boat. Dill got some amazing video of that with the drone, so you guys will probably see that soon if you haven't already. It's really, really cool. Let me see. Hi, Renee. Renee's my other sister. I wish I could ask you guys questions. It'd be more exciting then, probably. But do I think it's going to be a good gwad season this year? Heck yeah, I do, because it's a good gwad season every year. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, Guadalupe has been great every year for the last, ever since I've worked here, gwad has been great. So um, the water is cool here this year, right now. So it's the right temperature that we want. And I mean, it's just, Guadalupe is just epic. Every year it seems to get better, and we seem to get more and more sharks there. So for that reason alone, it's going to be an awesome season. Plus, it's just beautiful there. National Geographic recently aired a show about the world's most famous sharks, and the Nautilus Explorer was in that show. Right, there was a lot of footage in that from Sean Mahoney, who was a guest on board here several times, here with me once, I think, on the Bellamy. And actually, Adil also had some footage in that show, so that was really cool. And some of the famous sharks they talked about were Lucy, of course. Lucy's probably one of the most famous because of her caudal fin. Her tail fin is very distinct. Um, who else? Scarbird, Zapato, and oh, Geronimo was in it too. Geronimo's one of our crew members. I didn't get to see it because I've been here at work, so but hopefully somebody has it recorded somewhere so I can see that. Yeah, I'd like to get some crew on here talking to you guys too, but to do that I'm gonna have to leave and go find them. So I don't know if you want that or not. I'm up in the wheelhouse right now outside, and the crew are scattered around, going about their business. Will I be the captain on the Gallant Lady in August? I don't think I will be. I think I'm gonna be here at Guadalupe in August, but who knows? I mean, I'll go wherever I'm needed, and I do love the Gallant Lady. So, um, if you ask me nicely, maybe I'll do do the Gallant Lady trip in August. Is that Ed Stetson? Hi, Ed Stetson. Hope you're well. And I know you had asked me about our COVID precautions, and I don't know if you got my email or not, but yeah, we're doing all kinds of things. You know, we did write up a big protocol for that for onboard procedures, like a 60-page thing. All the crew got training before boarding, and those crew who haven't received it yet are going to receive it before they come on board. Oh, it's getting bright out here and warm. When I'm wearing my white shirt, that means it's laundry day. I wash laundry today. Yeah. So yeah, we've been taking the COVID thing very seriously on board. Obviously, uh, all the guests and crew get checked out by a doctor before boarding. And when we hit the dock too here yesterday in Ensenada, nobody was allowed on or off the vessel until a doctor came on board and checked everybody again. And on board, it's just been, you know, wearing face coverings all the time, um, doing briefings in such a way that allow for social distancing at all times. All the meals are set up so that there's enough space for socially distancing while you're eating. We've got touchless hand washing stations set up around the vessel. Um, Briefing everybody on that, of course. For the gwad season, I believe, we're gonna have like quick connect regulators, second stage regulators, and everybody's, you know, they'll be sanitized between the trip, and then everyone gets their individual regulator in a vacuum sealed bag, and then that's your regulator for the trip. And so when you get in the cages, you know, you just hook yours on, and afterward unhook it, take it with you, clean it, and that'll be yours to take care of for the week. So I think that's gonna work really well for that side of it. Where's my radio? Shh, I don't have it with me right now. I'm sorry. Do I think the sharks are still there? Yeah, the sharks are there for sure. Um, I'm a little concerned about fishing because definitely like our boats, the liveaboards, all the operators that go out there are part of protecting. You know, we're part of the protection of all the national parks, both Socorro and up here at Guadalupe. So um, legal fishermen stay clear there whenever we're around because they know we're not gonna just let them do it. You know, we'll report them for sure, take pictures or video. So yeah, I'm a little concerned that fishing boats are going to be in the area. Um, as long as the parks are closed and there's no tourism going on there. So for that reason alone, I hope the government decides to open up the park soon so we can go out there and help protect the sharks. Um, but I mean, I'm not worried that the sharks are not going to be there. The sharks will be there, and whatever fishing is done, if there is fishing going on there, I don't know really. I'm just speculating. Um, they're not gonna they're not gonna be able to decimate the population, um, for sure. Hey Jan, did you come to help me?
Yes, I did so.
Yes, someone came to help me. I'm just gonna see if there's any more questions.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Andrea Francis from the UK. We missed the sharks too. Nicole Nasby recently said that this year's Shark ID book would have over 360 sharks. That's amazing. It was like, what, less than 200, I think. Some years ago, I remember it was less than 200. Now it's over 360. So the population of sharks there, or at least
Growing.
our identification of them is growing. I've got Jan with me here now, Dive Master Jan. So I'm going to let him chat with you a little bit. I'm just going to squeeze over there. So you can just tell them about yourself and your background, how the last trip was.
All right.
Just a chat.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Jan. I'm one of the dive master here on board the Bellamy. I'm originally from France, but I've been living in Mexico for 6 years now and been in the company with the Nautilus for 4 years. And it's been a great adventure so far. It's been really amazing. Um, the trip we just did was a bit of a cherry on the cake, actually, because we really explored all the Baja California on both sides, the Sea of Cortez and the Pacific side. We went all the way up on the Pacific side and almost all the way halfway up in the Sea of Cortez. So that was a pretty interesting, pretty intense, really good diving, and I really hope we get to do these trips in the future again, because they were full of surprises. Every day you don't know what you're gonna see, and that was pretty awesome. So for me, living in the Baja California has been 5 years now, and I think I finally got to see more of it and discover more of it. We used to the great white shark in Guadalupe and the mantas, dolphins, and several different species of shark in Socorro. But this trip going up into the colder water and exploring some of the kelp forest and the seamounts and different reefs in the Sea of Cortez and the Pacific really got to see some different species. That was pretty awesome. And yeah, that's for the last trip. It's pretty good. And now we're in Ensenada, so we're very impatiently waiting for the park to open, so we can go back to Guadalupe to see the great white shark, bring everybody in the cages. Um, we felt with the last couple of trips we had awesome guests on board. Honestly, I want to say hi to all of them. I don't know if they're looking, but it was truly a good atmosphere, really good energy on board, and we could feel that everybody was eager to go back in the water. And also being on the boats, you can choose not to be connected at all and have absolutely no idea of what's happening in the rest of the world. And it's kind of a luxury at this moment, I think. So everybody was kind of forgetting a little bit about the world situation and just focusing on having fun, being in the Mexican sun, jumping in the water, snorkel or dive with amazing animals, and that was pretty awesome. So I want to say hi to all the guests that came. That was really awesome. And
Jesse wants to know what was your favorite part of the last trip.
my favorite part of the last trip, I think it was the pod of Orcas that came around the boat. That was pretty awesome. We sighted family of 4 orcas, big male, that was very close with a calf right by its side, like protecting it, and 2 others. and we followed them, and at some point they joined a massive mega pods of common dolphin, and that was pretty awesome because there were more dolphins than you could imagine. And I've seen big pods in La Paz, in the Bay of La Paz, but this one was just covering the sea for hundreds of meters, just splashing everywhere. Those common dolphins, that was very nice. We also had a seamount just in front of San Quintin. That's about uh, two-thirds up the coast of the Pacific coast, and I think the coordinates were in the charts, and the Stan had heard about it as well. And it was this cold water, like we're talking about 58 Fahrenheit, 14 degrees water that you have to jump in, and the first about 5-6 meters, like 18 feet, are just very murky, like low visibility. So you just go down following the line, and once you pass this layer, just super clear water underneath, and you have this seamount that is covering with anemones and sponges and all, so many nudie branches and all this kind of cold water. I think they're known to people diving in California or further up north, but for us it was a bit of a new thing completely. And it's true what they say, the cold water is just as colorful as the Caribbean actually, but and there was not one piece of rock that was not covered with colorful life. So that was I think that's the two moments I really appreciated the most. That was the surprises as we were sailing, and then the dive site in the colder water. That was pretty awesome. Being on the both side of the peninsula, we've been to quite some extremes. In temperature wise, we had a 28 degrees Celsius water in the Sea of Cortez, so we were just diving in short and rash, and that was like a bath. You could spend
man. I was
an
just
hour.
about to ask you what was the water temperature in the Sea of Cortez.
Well, it was pretty hot. It was depending as well. The first days we have some cold current, so it was maybe around 20, 21 Celsius. But then the current changed, and we really had like super hot water until the thermocline, right? But as long as you stay up the thermocline, maybe above 60 feet, it was like a bath. And it's gonna be like this all summer, all the way till December. So it's just
It was a
perfect,
little colder
perfect
further
condition.
up north, though, wasn't it?
And
Like
when we
around
went
Los
further up
Angeles.
north, yeah, it was a bit colder. And then the total complete extreme on the other side in the Pacific, where we got 14 degrees water, as we were coming further up north, like the half of the peninsula. The south part with Magdalena, that was still alright, like 20 Celsius, 19 Celsius. So just have to know to be prepared. It was a bit of a surprise for some of us, but in the end, you jump in, and with all you see, and there's so much life, and you just suck it up because it's really beautiful. So it's just good times, really. And when you get out of the water and you finally feel the blood flowing again, it's a bit more of an adventure. Like you survived the dive, you saw some things, jump back on the boat, get a hot shower, hot chocolate, and for the guests, jump in the jacuzzi, and it's just all worth it. It was really nice. It was a bit of the two sides.
Let's see. Rachel, we wish you could have came on the trip with us too. Um, did we see any sharks on the Pacific side? We did from the surface, like from the big boat. We saw some sharks. We saw a hammerhead at the surface. I saw a shark. I don't know what kind it was. It wasn't a hammerhead, but I saw one breaching just close to the boat when we were underway. That was off like the Mag Bay area. And actually, like we had kind of several sightings of sharks at the surface. That was really cool. Oh, on the diving,
Diving,
you saw some.
yeah, diving. We saw a Mexican horn shark. So they are these very cute smaller sharks. They are usually lying under the rock or hiding. They're very very nice. It was first time for me seeing them, so that was pretty nice. We had some guitar shark as well. The shovel nose guitar fish, quite a lot of them around there, and that was for the diving part, right? We were expecting some pelagic. We tried to do some chumming. Well, we were not lucky to get the shark, but we got some turtle and sea lions coming up, so it was pretty nice. We had some marlins as well we could swim with. So all in all, not so many sharks on that trip, but we had lots of other pelagic life, so it's pretty
Yeah.
good actually.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
And hi, Mom.
Hello, Gordon's mom.
Love you. Sylvia, thank you for your question. Sylvia is downstairs in the dining room asking questions. That's very good. What was our favorite dive site on the last trip? What was your favorite dive site
My
on the last
favorite
trip?
dive site was 6 fathoms.
Yeah.
Of San Quentin. Yeah, that was definitely.
That was our last day of diving.
Yeah.
The day before yesterday.
Yeah.
I think that was a lot of people's favorite dive site. Yeah.
There's a lot of life. There was this gigantic black sea bass. They're just as big as the Goliath grouper, like huge. They're really, really big.
Sylvia, if you're watching, come on up here, please.
So yeah, no, there was some big fish, lots of life, and lots of colors on the last dive site. That's pretty nice. Also, we got some shipwrecks by Magdalena Margarita of the Magdalena Bay. One we were looking for, it was the submarine, and we found it and dove it, and that was really nice. I love shipwreck, and you could really imagine how they were living in the submarine. There was still like cables and connection, and structure was still pretty good. And there's another shipwreck that was found. Just reading articles that were describing how the ship, basically the captain thought he saw a well at the surface, but there were just very shallow rocks. Just crashed the ship in it. And so I remember Stan before the dive, I was driving the skiff and Stan was like, okay, if he thought it was well, he must have come that way and then he must have crashed here and it should be around this area. And he had no more idea than that, than just the fixed idea of finding this shipwreck. And he actually did. He went around, found some really big boilers, full of life with playful sea lions. So that's, yeah, Stan is a treasure hunter, definitely. Got found this shipwreck.
Good at it.
He's good at it, yeah. It was
He's just like first dive at that location. He's like, pretty sure that's where where the ship's on.
And he was
Found
right.
it. Just like that.
Just that easy.
Selena asked if we saw the marlins at Mag Bay. Yeah, like in that area. It was southwest of Margarita Island, of the south end of Margarita Island. Maybe 6 miles offshore. That's where the marlin were. And they were everywhere, like
so many.
First we were like, oh look, there's a marlin breaching over there. So we're looking, and it's like, oh wait, is that a marlin too? And then all of a sudden they're like all around the boat, just like the fins ripping around. A lot of them were in pairs, and I don't know how many there were, but
lots
like
of them.
20, 30, 50, who knows? Because they were quite spread out. So more, I don't know, but there were a lot. Mobulas or sunfish? Sylvia, come on up here. You're not participating unless you're on camera. Everyone wants to see you. Yeah, Mobulas. We didn't see any Mobulas. Oh,
not in the Pacific, no, but in the Sea of Cortez. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, in the Sea of Cortez, we did
nice.
see lots of Mobulas.
Breaching. We got to snorkel the last day of the Sea of Cortez. We got a really nice snorkel with a big school of them. That we were seeing several flying, and then when we jumped in, we could really see them. It was really nice. It was very graceful, beautiful. In the Pacific side, no, we haven't seen so many.
Sunfish. She asked about sunfish.
Sunfish.
Here comes
we were expecting that, we didn't see them.
Yeah, sunfish. We didn't see any. That one site we did a couple days ago, 6 Fathom Rock. We've seen a lot of them there before, but no luck this time.
Not this time.
I'm gonna get Sylvia out here.
All right. Gordon is getting serious, so I'm just gonna say goodbye to all of you guys. Just want to say thank you again to all the guests that came the last couple of weeks. They were awesome. It was really good for us to be at sea. Thank you for coming with us, because thanks to you guys, we can be out there, we can be diving. And I just want to say hi to my fellow compañeros, all the colleagues waiting. I know they're waiting on land to get back in the water. So hi to everybody. Hang on, guys. It's really worth it. Just awesome to be back, and soon it will be you guys. And thank you to all the offshore staff that made the trip possible in Mexico, Canada. Thank you to all of you guys. It was a blast to be on board for the last 2 weeks, and we can't wait to get back on the water. So thank you very much. See you next time, guys. Celia, you're on.
Hi.
Here we go.
Okay,
Just you and the camera.
¿Y qué hago? Hi guys. I
Stand up.
cannot see very well.
Anybody.
How are you? I'm Sylvia. I'm one of the hostess of Bellamy, and we just finished our second trip. Hi, Cap.
Hi, don't mind me. I'm just
I don't really like cameras, but I'm just doing this because I just want to share with you what happened in those two trips after this uh, coronavirus thing. And it was very nice to go back to work and see the ocean, be, of course, with the crew and the guests. I really miss that part. There were 4 months that I was at home wishing to do this, and I'm glad that I was doing the first trips. And it was very, very good trips, were very fun, very nice people, like I see them enjoying so much the trips and the ocean too. And we saw a lot of stuff also. So I'm very happy to be here. And I don't know if you guys have any questions about hotel.
Sergio says, "What's up?" Hey, Sergio.
Hola,
Where are you right
Sergio.
now? I think he's in Alaska or
He's in
something.
Alaska. Yeah, I saw a picture and that he's in Alaska. That's
Yeah,
very cool.
looks
Hi,
beautiful.
Sergio. Yeah,
We miss you, buddy.
yeah, we miss you. And
A
hopefully,
live of the girls making a margarita. We can't get a live of that right now.
woo,
Somebody wants a margarita.
right
Rachel.
now in the morning. Well, it's morning here. I don't know what time is. So wherever there is asking for a margarita, but Aline is very good making margaritas. I'm just very good writing it down the margaritas. But
How long have you worked here, Sylvia?
well, I start with the company when I was young and fresh. That will be in 2004. And then I think I was off for 2 years. So I think it's like 13 or 14 years that I'm being in this company. And that means that I really like it. I do really like it. I really enjoy what I do, and more to be in nature, ocean, and that's why I'm still here until I just can't walk, I think. Poor Mike. But
Somebody asked about whale sharks also. We didn't see any whale sharks on this trip.
no. Do you talk about the orca?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
Dolphins and the
amazing.
orcas.
Yeah, that's I think that my second time that I see orcas uh, in the ocean. So it was of course in the ocean. Where else? Oh no, it can be an aquarium, but yeah, in I see them twice, and I was very exciting. Also, the school of the dolphins. Sorry, there is a fly here. That was so cool. That was amazing. That was the most crazy school of dolphin that I see in those what 14, 13 years that I'm being at sea. That was amazing. That was crazy. We were very lucky, yeah, to see all that kind of stuff in our way back. This is the first time that we do this kind of trip from Cabo, taking guests up north here to Ensenada. So I did like it. Normally we do from Guadalupe down to Socorro. I normally do those trips because I like them too. But that was very nice. Weather was very nice also. Beautiful, yeah.
Fabiola says hi too. Hi,
Fabi,
Fabiola.
hi. Hola.
What else? Oh, it's Sylvia got seasick when she started. Does she still get seasick?
Who asked that
And
question?
what would you say to guests concerned about seasick?
Well, yeah, I still get seasick. I get seasick in this trip, of course, but that's because my body, after a while to be on shore, I mean, need to get used to. So it's just the first day or second day, and then I'm okay. And for all these persons that get seasick, I will say like, I mean, well, you can just take something and it's worth it because it's beautiful, like open ocean. And I know sometimes can be rough and stuff, but if you're a guest, you can take something and sleep. I'm a crew, I take something and I go back to work. So you can do it if you're a guest. So it's it's worth it. And you just have to avoid a few things if you feel like dizzy, like coffee or orange juice. But other than that, you're fine. So I had Aline is here, and I wish. Oh, there she is. Aline, how are
Oh, very
you?
good.
And Adriana was the another hostess that we were working in those two trips, but she just left this morning, so she's not with us anymore for right now. But Aline is here, so maybe you tell them
A little bit about the trip.
and about you too.
Oh, about me. Oh my goodness.
See you guys.
Oh, we ate too much breakfast. Hi everyone. So a little bit about me. I am an oceanographer, and I have been working for the company for 4 years, coming and going, but you could say 4 years. And I think I found my passion. I am a fish farmer by trade, and I've worked on that for many years, and just found it to be too boring. Like there's good things about it, but I think the what I like about Nautilus is that I get to do something that I didn't know I wanted, which was service. I love service. I love service career. I never thought that would be something that I would like, and with Nautilus I have like oceanography, marine biology, and service. I have everything. It's so cool. This last trip was very interesting because I had been to the Sea of Cortez before, but never like this, with as in a diving experience. And it was so cool to be able to just like, oh, we're gonna go diving there, and we stop the boat, we get everything ready, and we go diving there, and let's go over here. So it was very flexible and with a lot of options, and I think that was really fun. And maybe summer is a bit murky sometimes, but then we found La Reina, for example, was super clear waters. Life was just thriving. There were thousands of fish. The manta came to say hi. It's like, yeah, we had very good experiences. Even when there's not too much visibility in some places, it still was amazing. Like it never fails. It's definitely the aquarium of the world. And then on the Pacific side, I had only been there by land, so this was very new for me, seeing it from shore. And the clients, I think they really liked the sceneries with giant dunes, maybe big mountains. There's like a lighthouse and the desert and the ocean at the same time. That was very, very nice. Are you gonna come and talk a little bit with
You're
me?
looking to be rescued.
Yes, please rescue me. Anyway, it was really great talking to you guys. I hope you write more questions and ask us things. We love being asked questions. See you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, it's me again. I'm back at Southworth. How were the sea conditions? The sea conditions were really, really nice. Um, the first like 4 or 5 days of the trip was like beautiful, calm. Um, Wind would pick up a little in the afternoon and get a little bit of chop, but the swell didn't build up to anything much. So it was really, really nice, comfortable. And then in the last couple days on the transit from Mag Bay area up to around San Martin, Sacramento Reef, that was got a little bit of wind. One night it was a little choppy, but wasn't too bad. Um, the Bellamy's a big boat and heavy, and it handles those seas well, so didn't really get very uncomfortable at all. Did I get to go diving? Actually, did not on this trip. I didn't go diving on this trip, unfortunately, but that's okay. I was happy just to take take everyone there. I used to dive a lot on all the trips, and I don't dive as much anymore. But I mean, I still love it when I get in the water. But I don't know. I get the same pleasure, satisfaction out of out of taking everybody diving and showing them animals, showing them the good sights. Giant mantas, Milo and Iris. So I've got, there are two mantas down in the Socorro area that are named named after my nephew and niece, Milo and Iris, and I took a picture of those years ago when I was diving, and they hadn't been identified yet, so I got to name them. And I just, Glenda, my sister just asked me if we've seen them since, and to be honest, Glenda, I'm not sure if we've seen them since. Like, I haven't seen them and actually identified them as Miles and Iris, but possibly could have seen them. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Going to Sea of Cortez, 20th of August. What can we expect as far as the conditions, temperature, clarity? 20th of August, it's going to be warm. The water in the Sea of Cortez that time of year is beautiful. Like, it's pretty much like the best time of the year to go around that time, you know, August, September, October. So I would say expect water that's in the high 20s Celsius, you know, 27, 28. The visibility is going to be variable. You can get thermoclines where you get greener water, but generally speaking, you should have pretty good visibility, good, nice clear water that time of year. I don't know, like 20 meters, something like that, maybe higher. That would be my prediction. Today, what is the one item people forget or don't bring and wish they would have? I think you asked me this before, Rachel. I don't know what I said, because I don't. Sorry, the question is, what is the one item people forget or don't bring and wish they would have? I would say a spare mask strap or a spare fin strap for your fins or your mask. Because we might have some spare fin straps on board or spare straps on board, but they won't fit yours. So bring a spare mask strap or a fin strap, and you're laughing. Everything else, we got you covered. The baby sea lions around. Yeah, you can have some young sea lions around that time of year. Yeah, you're gonna see some sea lions, some playful ones for sure. Sorry, I think that question was for the Sea of Cortez in August. Are the baby sea lions around then? That's what I was answering just now. And yes, they will be. Very nice, pretty sailboat going by right now. Blue stuff. So yeah, the sun's coming out now. It's warming up nicely, and it's nice to be here in this marina right now. It's very calm and relaxing. So on that note, it's time to get back to work. So thank you guys all for your questions, and I guess we'll be probably back live again next Saturday. I'm not sure, but if we are, I'll see you then. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.